What's going on, guys? Rye Flawless here, and today we're going to review the Cuphead DLC, The Delicious Last Course. If this is your first time to the channel, please hit the like, comment, and subscribe. Cuphead is one of my favorite 2D platformers. It can be compared to the likes of Super Mario World, Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2, and Super Mario Bros. 3 as one of the greatest of all time. So how does Delicious Last Course stack up to the original game? Well, let's look at a few categories, starting with the levels. So, in the DLC, there's 4 run and gun bosses, 1 shoot 'em up boss, 1 secret boss, which is also a run and gun boss, and then there's 5 King Leap bosses, which are parry-only bosses. The one place that I find the levels fall short is that there's no actual run and gun levels where you progress through a whole level. There were, I believe, 4 in the original game, and I think all of them were very good. They're super enjoyable to run through a normal level, like in a Mario game. But I can see why they made the choice here, as Cuphead was designed originally to be the biggest boss rush game of all time, so just to add more bosses makes a lot of sense here. So I think Cuphead has a really awesome weapon or loadout system in it, where you have weapons and charms that give you different attributes, different power-ups essentially, or different weapons to use within the levels that you're playing. This helps you customize to your own personal playstyle. And while the game is very hard, this will make the game a lot more approachable to a lot more players. And with the new DLC, new charms and new weapons are added. A couple in particular are Crack Shot, which is a straightforward shot, but it breaks apart with essentially like a guided, weaker shot as well. So you're pretty much always getting a hit off. And it's stronger than the regular guided shot. And then the charm that I really liked that they added was the Heart Ring, where you get a heart based off parrying. So if you parry one time, you get a heart. If you get 3 parries, you get another heart. The 6th parry you get within the level, you get a 3rd heart. So you can have a total of 6 hearts using that. And unlike the charms that give you a heart just when you enter the level, this doesn't weaken your attack. And of course, Miss Chalice is a welcome addition to the game. She plays a bit different than Cuphead and Mugman do. It uses up your charm slot in order to use her, but she starts with 4 HP. She has a dash parry versus the regular time jump parry, which is a bit easier to use in a lot of situations. And she has a rolling technique that gives you an invincibility frame while she's rolling. So she has a bit more diverse of a movement set than Cuphead and Mugman do, that are very basic. And I think it just gives you another way to play, just like the weapons and the charms help you adapt your style. Especially with the King Leap levels that are just parry based, and they don't let you use your charms or weapons. This gives you a secondary way to play with Miss Chalice's different movement, and I found some of the King Leap levels were easier with Cuphead and some were easier with Miss Chalice. So it's really cool to add another level of customization when you approach a boss. Honestly, I think Cuphead The Delicious Last Course is a great addition to the full game and 100% worth the $8 price tag. The difficulty is, honestly, I wouldn't say is that hard for Cuphead. I mean, obviously it's challenging. The game in general is a very challenging game, but if you're worried that the DLC is going to be exponentially harder to defeat, it's not. It's like Isle 2 level difficulty. So if you've played the game before, then you should have no problem. It should take no more than like 5 hours to finish the main story. That won't include unlocking like the secret levels or beating the King Leap parry bosses. But if you just want to beat the main story, yeah, like 5 hours. And that's the only shortcoming I kind of have with the DLC, because we waited a really long time for it to come out, and I was able to beat it so quickly. But honestly, $8, it's definitely more than enough content. And I'd say if you're playing the game for the first time and hadn't beaten the whole thing like I had, it probably would give you more trouble and give you more playtime in it. But that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. You're all flawless, and I'll see you next time. Bye.